So this is a healthy vegan galette made with savory toppings like olives, tomatoes, basil, pesto, and cheese sauce, all made healthy vegan style. No oil, no wheat, no refined sugar, no rice. And today, I'm going to show you how to make you one. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my filling ready. And to do that, I need to caramelize an onion because that's going to be part of the mixture. Alright, so I got my onions chopped. Now I want to caramelize my onions. And remember, since this is oil-free cooking, we don't use any oil, we're going to use broth to get our onions caramelized. Now, to caramelize the onions using broth, you'll need to add small amounts of broth to your pan in increments. And as soon as the onions start to release their natural sugars, it's time to add a small amount of broth to deglaze the pan. You're going to repeat the process until your onions are soft and sweet. Okay, now I want to add some fresh garlic to the onions. So once I have my garlic in the pan, I'm going to give it a quick mix. Then I'm adding some dark miso paste. This is going to add a nice umami flavor to our filling. Now I'm adding some delicious cherry tomatoes and smoked paprika. And since we're going to be baking this, we're just going to cook the filling for a few more minutes. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is make some hummus, and you'll see how I use it when we assemble our galette. Now, hummus is one of my favorite foods, and it's a super easy way to add extra healthy, delicious beans to your diet. We're just going to add our ingredients to our processor and then blend until it's nice and smooth. Okay, so now for one of the fun parts, we're going to make the crust. Now, typically you'll use oil in crust, but we're not going to do that. We're going to use a flax egg, and you've probably seen me do this before. I'm just going to add some flax to some water and get it mixed up, and then I'm going to sit it aside and kind of let it thicken. Alright, so now I have my flax egg put aside and it's thickening. In the meantime, I'm going to mix my dry ingredients. We're going to start with some almond flour. Remember, I use no refined wheat. Almond flour is a much healthier choice than refined wheat, so that's what I typically go with. Okay, so this part is really simple. I'm just getting my dry ingredients added into a bowl and mixed together. Okay, so I've let my flax egg sit for about 5 minutes, and you can see that it gets a lot thicker than it was when I first put it in here. And that's what we want. And now it's time to add it to our dry ingredients. So I really love using flax eggs in healthy vegan cooking because you can use them to act as a binder, and they make it unnecessary to use any oil or butter that you would typically use for a crust or a recipe similar to this. Okay, so I got my dough ready here, and now I'm going to put it on some parchment paper and get it rolled. Okay, now once our pie crust is rolled out, it's time to put it all together while it's still on the parchment paper. Now we're going to start by adding a generous layer of hummus, taking care to leave about 1.5 inches of space between the hummus and the edge of the bread. Next comes our filling. Now we're going to carefully add the filling to cover the hummus layer. You'll want to mound it to get it all on there. Next, we're going to add our olives on top and gently lift the sides of our crust in sections to come up around the sides of our filling. Now, once we get all of our sides folded up and in place neatly, we're going to very carefully lift our parchment paper and place our galette onto our baking tray. Okay, and so this is how it looks when it's all put together. Absolutely beautiful. And it's going to look even better when it comes out of the oven and we get it topped with our pesto sauce. Okay, so now I've baked my galette. I've got it cooling. So I'm going to make the final topping, which is going to be some healthy vegan pesto sauce. I'm going to use these ingredients to do it. So let's get started with that. Okay, another simple and healthy addition to our galette. This pesto sauce is as easy as getting all of your ingredients into the processor and then blending it until it's smooth. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below. Okay, so while we're making our pesto, our galette is just about finished cooking. Now, once we removed it from the oven, we want to take and add our finishing touches, which is our toppings. We're going to add that delicious pesto, our healthy vegan cheese sauce, and some fresh basil. Now, if you want to see the recipe for this healthy vegan cheese sauce, you can tap right here in the upper right corner of your screen and it'll take you to that video. Let's cut it up and give it a try. All right, so I know you guys are wondering how this tastes, so I'm going to taste it just for you. Wow. Gotta check the recipe out and make this. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. So if you're new to my channel and you're wondering how to find the recipes to the cooking shows like the one you just watched, look below the video and tap on the word more. And then you'll see the beginning of the recipe. Tap on the word more a second time and you'll see the full recipe. And then you can begin to make your own. Thanks for watching.